Hi, this is Yolanda Van Veen, and in this segment we're going to talk all about flower arranging. Now, flowers have been grown for as long as humans have been on this planet, and we've been arranging our flowers for beauty for just as long. And there's a few rules that I like to follow when I am arranging flowers. And the most important thing that you can understand when you're arranging flowers is it's all about the vase. And so whatever you're arranging, the vase is the most important part. So you never want to put huge flowers in a small vase or small flowers in a big vase. And the vase will dictate what type of flowers to use and how to arrange them. First of all, you got to realize the purpose. If you've got flowers on a dining room table or you've got little tables set out and you're eating, you want to be able to see the person on the other side. So you never want to make large arrangements if you are putting them on a dinner table or an eating area. So just a few alstroemeria with some eucalyptus is all that's needed to have a nice little flower arrangement for your dinner table. But yet if you've got a center point, or you want it in your living room or in an area in an entryway, a big group of flowers is always a good choice. And I like lots of mixes and different heights too. These are all kind of the same size, but yet they look good in a mass. And that's the key. You want the flowers to look good from a distance and all the colors to stand out. And you want to separate the varieties. I always want one focal point in the middle, as the lily, and then you have some complementary flowers like the chrysanthemum and this carnation. And then the alstroemeria are around the sides to give it some shazam. And it's a beautiful way to really show off your flowers. When it comes to a dozen roses, though, you can't really go wrong. And when you have baby's breath too, it's good to make sure the baby's breath is in between all the flowers so every rose is visible. And I like to make sure that some of the taller roses are actually taller, and then you can cut down some of the roses to be in the front. So you want different heights too. So actually probably be better if I actually cut this down and brought it down just a little bit so it's a little more height. But still, lots of color is going to give you a lot of show. And just adding some baby's breath or eucalyptus to an arrangement makes all the difference. And even if you have one carnation, just by having a little bit of a filler, it makes it look really good. Now the challenge, when you have a huge vase like this, it is kind of a challenge because a lot of flowers won't fit. They'll just sink right into the middle. But by putting a lot of filler in it and a lot of tall calla lilies and a lot of gladiolus and some agapanthus, and you can even add things to your arrangements like peacock feathers. There's really no limits to your imagination. And I like to add, whether it's tinsel or sparkle or anything else to your flower arrangements, just to add a little more pizzazz. And that way they'll really show off. In my rule of thumb with flower arrangements, either go with one or two colors or one color or many colors. Because you can have pink next to red and it won't look that spectacular, but put some white in there and it will show up really well. By just adding white or yellow into your arrangements, it will mix all the colors together. So I always try to use complementary colors or colors that are totally opposite from each other in a flower arrangement, and that way they'll really show off the flowers. So one is your vase, two is the use, whether it's on food table or just as an entryway or as a show, and then the most important part is to make sure the flowers look good together. And any way that you arrange flowers, they always look good, and you can always move them around later and mix them around as needed. So flower arranging is very rewarding.